give people what they need in order for them to succeed. So they don't have to keep coming back to you for some more motivation. I need some more motivation. I need some more motivation. No, once you're empowered, you got your own power. You plug into yourself at that point. Establish trust and be trustworthy. Who don't want to be in a relationship with somebody that they've established trust with and are trustworthy? Then say thank you. People don't say thank you enough. They don't. It's like, yeah, give me that. And they just walk off. Two simple words, but they're extremely powerful. Keep your word. I'm old school. If I tell you I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. And if I say I don't fuck with you no more, I mean that. With every fiber in my being, I'm going to keep my word 10 toes down on my word. You trust me. I'm from the streets, and your word mean a lot in the hood if it don't mean nothing in the business world. Be fair. You got to be fair. You got to be fair in a world where it's so unfair. Be fair. And then be objective. I've told you, don't make a decision without the facts. Sleep on it, gather as much information as you possibly can, but you don't make an emotional decision. You stay your ass out of that amygdala. Don't make no decisions until you get back in your frontal lobe where you are conscious and aware and you got all the facts, and then you make your decisions. Help others. Help others. Help others. Not help the helpless, but help others become their best. Not just help them up and say, all right, you good, but the best. You are helping others become their best too. Exercise tact. I told you I got demoted when I was in the 9th grade because I was yelling and cussing and everything in a different way. I was like, yeah, I thought leadership meant treat people like shit and I'm in charge. Found out that that's not the way it goes. So in the early mid-80s, I found out what tact was. Took me a couple more years to get it, but I got it. And then the number 12 in this one is admit when you are wrong. Unaccountable people ain't never going to admit they're wrong. And I, from the hood, thought if I said I was sorry, that meant that I was sorry. And I'd rather eat live insects than tell somebody that I was wrong. But the strongest people in the room can say, I apologize, I was wrong. Because the apology is for them. It ain't for you. If you wrong somebody, you owe them an apology. Point blank, period. And that's what it means to be authentic. And what we don't have is authentic leadership in the world right now. Ain't nobody, as soon as some shit go wrong, they did it. Them over there, we didn't do it. They did it. They did it. I don't care if you are in a nonprofit, in a Fortune 100, 500 company, a world leader, wherever the hell you are. Apologize when you're wrong. No. The only time people apologize is when they're about to lose their money, their job, their business, or they on their way to jail. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I repent for my ways. I did not mean it. I did not mean it at all. Okay, leader-led. The best way to lead is from the front. Okay, back in the day, if you watch Glory or any of those old movies, when they were still riding on horses, the general, the colonel was up front. Even if you watch Game of Thrones, Jon Snow, all them up front. Let's go, charge up the doggone hill. You got to lead from the front because people need to know where they're going and they're following you. Inspect what you expect. Inspect what you expect. So if you expect, and this isn't 12 steps, expectations is down payment on resentment. That's not it. So inspect what you expect. I expect my daughter to do a stellar job at every last one of her appointments. And if that doesn't occur, we do an AAR review afterwards to find out what the hell went wrong because I'm inspecting and expecting a standard of excellence every doggone time. The next one is visualize your goals. If you don't visualize your goals, you ain't never, ever going to accomplish them. If you can't see 2 levels up. So when I was a 2nd lieutenant in the Army, I saw Captain Thomas. That's why I was reading Colin Powell's big ass, thick, boring book. Because it's 2 levels up. When I was a captain and I thought I was going to stay in the military, I was already Colonel Thomas. Because what happens is, if you don't visualize yourself being there, when you get there, you're not going to be prepared. Because I had to say, okay, what does Captain Thomas need then? Let me do that now. So by the time I put them double bars on there, I was already in my element. People couldn't tell because you're a captain for 7 years in the Army, 6 to 7 years. They didn't know if I had just got promoted or if I was on my way to being major the way I walked around there. So definitely visualize your goals and always go 2 levels up. If you're a brokenaire and you want to be a millionaire, then you already got to be a millionaire up here in your mind, because otherwise you're still going to be a brokenaire and you can have $1 billion. It's up here and you got to see it. Learn to say we. You can't get anywhere by yourself. There, and people say, there's no I in team, but there sure is a me. Shut up. That shit ain't funny. Learn to say we. Learn to bring people